Welcome back to Pivot Towards Freedom Business Channel, where we cover everything you need to know about online businesses or bringing your business online. Today I'm going to cover how you can build a free website using Google Drive. Before we go on, I'd like to ask you to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Click the notification bell so you will know when new content is available. And in the end, if you found the video useful, do not forget to click the like button. Now, I'm a WordPress fan. Every website I own or manage is built on WordPress. If you build a domain and want to build a website, I would recommend you use WordPress. At last count, there are over 75 million WordPress websites, or over 30% of all websites on the internet. If you count only websites built with a CMS, a content management system, that number jumps to over 60%. It is an understatement to say that it is the most popular CMS used from the beginners to pros. So the next question you may ask, why would I build a static website using Google Drive? Let me count the ways. 1, it might be fun. You might be broke. You might already have an authority website for your marketing, but want to test the water in a niche that is way outside the market you serve. You've never built a website and want to try it out, or for whatever reason you want to, because it is your website. So let me go ahead and share my screen. The easiest way to get to Google Drive is using the Chrome browser. Click on the 9-dot menu in the upper right corner where it shows you Google Apps. Click Drive, and there you are. For organizational purposes, you probably want to lay on a folder. You can name it Websites like I have. To lay on a new folder, click the New button, Folder, enter your folder name here, and click Create. I already have a Websites folder, so I'm not going to do this step. Let me go into my Websites folder, and now we start building our Google website. Click New, More, and Google Sites. Here you will see the simple template that is offered. If you don't like this theme, you could choose another theme if you wish. You can see here different themes. Vision, level, impression. I'm going to go back to the simple one. And in this menu, you can also change the background color to your header. This is the header area right here. You can either choose one of the offered colors here, or you can go into the color mixer, or if you know your hex code, you can enter your hex code here. If you want to insert a background image, you have to do it through the template itself. I'm going to stay right here for right now. As you can see, in the header area, when my mouse is in the header area, I can change my image. I can either upload from my local computer, or I can select an image from various sources. If I select an image from various sources, I go into a standard Google gallery, which they offer you different types of backgrounds. If one of these things pleases you, fine, use it. If you know the URL to your image in the internet, you can place it here. You can search for it. If you have any albums in Google Drive, you can search through those. Or if you have any images saved on your Google Drive, you can use those also. I'm just going to go ahead and go back to this. I'm going to select a background from the gallery that's offered to me. You see it's checked. Click Select, and you can see the background to the header area has changed. You can also change the header type by clicking here. You can go Cover, which is a very deep header. Large, which is a little bit wider than our standard banner, the banner we started with, or Title Only. You can see that the background image has disappeared. I'm going to stay with Banner. And once you click into this text area, you can see that you have a simple text editor where you can change the type of field this is. Title, heading, subheading, or small text. We'll stick with title since this is the title of our page. You can select the font type if you wish, the size, and also whatever type of attributes you wish to give your text with: bold, italics, underline. Clicking in here, select the text and change it to my first website. Click outside the box and you're finished. It may be hard to see here, but you can see here you can enter your site name. Give it a site name. You can stay the same as your page or change it. I'm going to stay with the same as my page. My first website. You can also add a logo here if you want, and when you hit the logo, you have the same type of thing where you can either upload or select. You can also add a favicon if you want. A favicon is usually the little icon that appears in some browsers right here. We're not going to change that right now for this tutorial. Once you have your header set up with your website title, you're going to work in the body area. Most websites are built upon a header, body, and then sometimes a footer text. You can see down here. We're going to add a footer later on. So click in the body area and go to Insert. You can insert individual text boxes if you wish, or images, or you can use a layout. Now here you can also just select the layout that pleases you. You can have an image with some text to the side, a double image with text below it. You can see here triple images with text. You can also add certain types of buttons, dividers, placeholders. You can do quite a lot with this, but this all pertains to the body for right now, since we're in the body area. Let's go ahead and click this double image. You can see I have a template here that is automatically inserted into my body area. If I want to change the image type, I click the plus. Once again, I can upload, select an image. I can choose it from my drive. Let's go ahead and select an image for this area. Now, I already have some images on my Google Drive, so I'm going to click this right here, this money image. Once I click it, all I have to do is insert it. I can give this section subheading, for example, monetizing my blog. Okay. Click out. You notice also anytime I enter a text area, I have the opportunity to change certain properties of this text. And of course, usually we have some sort of description text that explains what this is about. In my case, what I'm going to do is go ahead and insert some Ipsum Lorem text. Just to show that we have some content. Once again, you'll notice that I can also edit this type of text anytime I want to. If I want to go ahead and bold this part, I just select it, hit bold, and you notice it's changed to bold. I can even change the font size a little bit just to make it stand out a little bit. But I'll leave that up to you how you edit your text in this area. Just to show you another way of selecting images, I'm going to go to the second box. I'm going to select an image. This time I'm going to do an image search. Easiest way to do this is search for a topic. Let's say computers. If I type PNG, it's going to be the types of PNG images I can download. I can select an image that it has found and insert it. I may have to modify the size a little bit just so it fits. Notice when I start modifying anything, I get sort of a guide in the background. Again, technical stuff. And of course, a little description text. And I'm going to make it easier for me. And just put Ipsum Lorem text in there. For those of you that don't know what Ipsum Lorem text is, it's basically placeholder text for layouts. Of course, you would put normal content in here because you want your readers to actually get some value out of this. Now that I've modified my header, insert a little bit of content into here, told my readers what it's all about. Usually you want to put a footer on any type of website. So you scroll down to the bottom. This is the only place you can add a footer. You can't add a footer anywhere in this menu area. There's no way for it. The only way to add a footer is to actually scroll down to the bottom, wait till this add footer button pops up, click the add footer, and you noticed that here I have a text field. Because I have a text field, it also gives me the option of modifying any text that I insert into here. And what I can do here is just say something like easy. Which you see on most websites, some sort of copyright declaration at the bottom. I want that text to be just a little bit bigger, so it's a little bit easier to read. And you can even, if you want, with a little trick, add URL links into here. Now you would think you'd come in here and embed some sort of URL, but it doesn't work that well in the footer area. The best way I've found to do this is to go ahead, stay in the footer area, insert a button. You notice the button has some properties in it. Give it a name. In my case, I'm going to link my privacy statement to this website through a URL. Then I need a link to put into here. For that, let me go back to I've saved that here for me. Privacy policy, there it is. Notice I'm highlighting my URL. And then I just merely insert it. Now that looks a little strange for a privacy policy that looks like a button. But what I can do that, to make it look like a link, I just say text only. And now it looks just like any type of link. Now that looks a little strange that it's in a section lower than my copyright. Most websites have it on the same line. That's real simple too. Just click and drag it. Notice I now have sort of a guide here. I can bring it up here. And now, let me bring it just a little bit. And now I have a privacy policy here on this, in the same block as my copyright. Just now, later I'll show you how that actually links to the website. But now that we have our page finished, what we can do up here now is publish it. You see that my web address has become my first website, the title that was in here. I can change that here if I want to, don't have to. And you'll also notice the URL is my Google account. It says sites.google.com, my Google account, and then of course the name of the website. Now, before I go ahead and publish this, since I want to make this public because we want people to see our website, right now it's private, you want to click on Manage. You can see I own it. What I want to do is change the property here of the link. Come down to here to Publish Site, make it public, and you see the published website is now public, so anybody on the internet can find and open this link, which also means search engines can also open this link. Hit Done, and now I'm going to publish. You also see down here, your site has been published successfully, and now I can view it. Now notice the site here, same as the published URL that was here. Just to prove that anybody with this link can open it, let me copy the link in itself. I'm going to open an anonymous browser here. Add it. You see the URL that was my published site. Hit enter. And now Here I have a website. And anybody with this link can actually see the website, which means also search engines can index this website, just like any other normal website that you would get through a hoster or anything like this. You see also privacy policy. Remember I told you about that? It's redirecting me to my privacy policy. It's on my Pivot Towards Freedom website, and there it is. Because why do you need to put this text in here again when you just link it to your URL to your normal website? And here you've built your first Google site for free. You'll also notice once you publish the website, this publish button has a down arrow next to it where you can change the settings, you can review the changes and publish again. You can view the published website also through this link, or you can unpublish it if you want to take it offline but not delete it. Okay, that's up to you. And then the next lesson, I will show you how to create subpages and actually link. For example, let's say you had a subpage on technical stuff where if you were to click here, you would go to your subpage. So tune in next week for that part of building your free website using Google Drive.